was Matty Suckling, that damage in the left foot. So what a magnificent backline they've got, the Hawks.
And there is Rioli starting in the middle. Also in the 13, Jono O'Rourke. So into the team this week. Pick 2 from 2012. Hawthorn picked him up over the summer, and he's starting in the middle. So he's got the big job. There's been Lewis going on with a behind play. Boomer, of course, he's got form in the... crunch. Petrie puts Rioli down. Boomer doesn't want to get involved in dust-ups this early in the season. He's only got 16 games to get to the 400.
Luke Bruce has now gone forward to make Scotty Thompson accountable.
Hill.
So it's a 50-50 battle down there now.
Frawley said he was nervous last week. First game for the Hawks. Heads wide and held, but still marks it.
Nice work, Spud. You settled him down early. 2-hour tutelage on the way up.
Goals last year. And another one of their amazing pickups. 14 games for Adelaide. Stolen by Hawthorn, and he is a genuine star.
Well, there'll be a book written about this century at some stage.
The umpire read that. Did he jump on it and hold it in? He got it out just in time. Anderson gets it up just in time. Shields pokes it, goal square, off hands.
3-on-2.
Well, Gibson never kicks goals, so he'll always pass that off. Still yet to kick a goal as a Hawk, I think. Suckling, can you believe it? 45-degree angle and strikes it to perfection.
Oh, it was just great connection, wasn't it? When Gibson looked up and saw Suckling on his own. You come up to these country venues just to have a look at the skill here of Suckling, just off one step and whack.
We can argue with that, though. I mean, we don't want kids to run at 45 degrees to where they want to kick the ball to necessarily, do we?
No, we don't, but the left footers normally have that arc.
Not quite as extreme as that.
Yeah.
No, he is at the extreme, but...
Burgoyne, Smith, Hill, here's the run. Lewis over the top.
Bruce just on the ground.
And lace out.
That's one way of exposing
Got up
Scotty
quick.
Thompson.
Anderson gives it back. Rioli feeds it back. Lewis, nice step. And O'Rourke gets an opportunity with his new club.
Well, there's a difference in foot skills, isn't it? Jordan Lewis, North Melbourne, just Hawthorn is so natural, just looking for the free player around that 45-metre area.
First game for the Hawks, didn't play for them last week. 9 AFL games to his name. They traded picks 19 and 40 for him. And that was beautiful off the boot. Fumble. Adams. Turnover. Mitchell. Hurst. Crutch. Rioli. Umpire's going to bring it back, and he looks a little hurt. Luke Bruce.
Massage or just a nice little elbow around the shoulder region. Yeah, legally, of course.
Some degree of success if they now miss, but of course more degree of success if under the old Frawley rules they can't even take their kick. Bruce makes no mistake.
It's just ball use at the moment, Jared. It's as simple as that, because North Melbourne have had 2 more disposals than Hawthorn.
Zeeble. Turnover. Lewis. Slick. Mitchell. And on the leg,
look at that.
On cue, Jared.
So no McAvoy.
So, Petrie had to get the ball to boot.
I mentioned earlier, Daniel Howe, the only player yet to play an AFL game in this game. So both teams very close to full strength. It's a quality lineup they're both playing. Bruce to the goal square. Rough head. Edged out of it. Lewis. Slick hands. Puopolo. O'Rourke. Bends it a little pass. Too far. And Hill takes the mark.
Look, Jordan Lewis, he has run from the halfback.
So we'll see here Bradley Hill with the one-step play on. Magnificent. And that was against the run of play.
Well, it was. That's the first time they got inside their 450.
It was a poor option. The kick to Hale, he wasn't on. And they get the chance to counter-attack.
Scott Thompson just bumped on his initial kick. Now caught. And is that ball? You bet it is.
How many times have we seen it?
With pressure, here's Thompson, makes the fatal error of thinking he's going forward. In fact, that was probably straight away the free kick because he didn't get his boot on the ball.
He's going to go back 20 metres and drive the ball long.
Sits it up. Hale's down there. Segler's down there.
Free kick. David Hale high.
Hale high. Gee, that's unkind to Segler.
It was a beautiful grab from Segler.
On the full
We'll be hoping that this goes through for a minor because It was half the brain fade too, taking on Surioli.
Well, they lost to a full-strength Collingwood game 1 of the NAB Challenge, Hawthorn. And they hold their break here, heading toward half-time.
He just trailed off a little bit, and the big body of Big Boy McAvoy was preferred in the finish.
Puopolo, as he does so well, like a pinball in there. To Mitchell, to Suckling. 70-metre bomb. Hale held off and gets a free.
Well, it's inexcusable if they're hanging on because they had the extra there, North Melbourne. Hawthorn had put one behind the ball in roughhead. So North Melbourne had the extra defender, so there's no need to hang on.
See what the umpire paid it.
Traded by North for picks 27 and 71. One of the great pickups for Hawthorn. And David Hale kicks 2 in a minute.
Well, Brad Scott won't be too happy with that. They were 3 points behind. Now they're going to half-time. 15 points down.
Job as he gets it. But we just shut his down. We know how effective he is by either foot. I think that's the biggest thing. Just close his time that he has to make the decision.
Hartung again to Gibson, and he's never kicked a goal as a Hawk. Still doesn't really count. It's only NAB Challenge. He'll take the super goal anyway.
Just on cue there, Sam Mitchell had an impact. Lee Adams will be disappointed with himself there. Mitchell getting the ball. Great run from Gibson. Good look inboard, but here you see Lee Adams just overplay the right side, which allowed Gibson just to turn on his preferred foot and just belted over the goal umpire's hat.
Are you surprised that Mitchell is allowed that sort of space?
How we did at our best last year.
Brad Scott coached North Melbourne from 10th up to 4th last year. Fantastic season. Brown and Lake over the top. Well, Ben Brown's just on, and Brian Lake liked the look of his shoulders. Volley. Hartung, who's been superb since coming on. Shields. And perfect spot for Gunston.
Well weighted kick. Just a beautiful kick there to a forward. Yeah, you're right.
Year, I think. So he's just integrated back in. He's been training pretty hard in the gym, as all the rehab guys have, just with the cross-train and that, but he's slotted in nicely.
Really misses Jack Gunston, and Hawthorn back in front halfway through this. Bastanak told to go. Nahas got it from Cunnington, gives it to Majak Dor. Hartung for speed. And did he roll him well enough in the tackle? You bet he did. Play on it.
Young Billy Hartung, he's a great chaser. He's a fast player with the ball, and the coach...
There's no grand final. There's no winner of the NAB Challenge. Rough head long. Bruce in the spot. Burgoyne off hands. Still Bruce, still Burgoyne. Keeps it alive. Out to Lewis. Corral tried the shimmy on Tarrant. Didn't quite get it to work. Burgoyne. Always clever, and lace out to O'Rourke.
The rest.
We just saw a key indicator of the change in AFL footy. We had Jared Roughhead, the tall forward, coming out of the centre, kicking it to Luke Bruce, who should have been in the centre, but was the key forward.
Straight through the middle, the instant reply from the Hawks.
And how often does, when Roughhead goes in there, how often does he get the clearance?
He's a beauty. John O'Rourke was a very high draft pick, and that is why he's an exceptionally talented footballer, big with endurance, pretty good at everything else.